Alright, so in this video we're gonna get all the courses and pass it into the card component. So what we want to do is we want to create a courses file inside the store, and then we want to put everything in here. So we want to iterate through every column. So actually what we can do now is we can get rid of every single column except for the first one for now, and then we want to say v4, and then we want to say course in courses courses like this, and what we want to pass through is title is going to be course to title, and obviously this won't work right now, so then we want to have description, which is going to be course to description like this. So what we also want to do is we want to create the function allowing us to basically going in and get all the courses. We're going to do it like this, and then we're also going to go in here, and this is very quickly and very easy. Just go in and create a response getting all the courses here. You can even go in and maybe sort this by a specific way, and then in here we want to have state. In this state we want to have courses, and it's going to be an array, and then we also want to have in here something very simple, like for example mutations. And what we want to have here is just, you can structure this in different ways. You can, for example, set courses, so we can do like this, and then we want to take in the state and the value. So we want to say state that courses is going to be equal to value, and then on the bottom here we want to just have an action, and what we want to do here is we want to make this as async, and we want to just call this get, and let's go in here and basically just call axios. So we do this by going in and saying this dot axios dot get, and then we will say API course all dot then, and then we want to just have a simple function here called with a response, and in here let's say commit. So what we're doing here is we also need to take it up here, but what we actually just do here is we just go in and commit this, so we basically update the state. So if we go in now, we want to commit the response dot data, because in our course controller we have data and then courses, so we want to have response dot data dot courses. And what we now have is the opportunity to actually pass this through. It will still give us an error because we need to go in and map state. I already imported this by default before when I was testing this. So the way we can do that is, first of all, we want to just quickly go in here and dispatch this function by using this to store this dispatch courses get. Remember we called this in here get, and also we should probably have set courses here because we want to define the action that we want to call. So what happens now is we are basically requiring Vuex to use Axios to get all the courses which we get from the database. I just created 2 courses here. You can create as many as you fancy. We can actually just do this to 3 maybe even, just to make sure that we can see like for a full line. And then we can go in here, and as you can see we have just some function that basically tells the state to update. So every time we call this, we call Axios and update the state. So what we want to do now is essentially just go in here and map the state by saying computer, and then we want to say map state, and we want to say courses. and this will still give an error, and the reason why we have this error is because we need to give it a key. So what we want to do here is we want to go in here and just have all the way here, we want to have key as course.id. And if we now go up here, refresh the page, we get an error. So the error is a non-action type course get. Okay, so let's just try first of all, maybe just changing this to set here. Okay, and then we want to also call this actions. We can maybe go back here and say set courses again. So now we want to go and see here what happens. So we actually get all of the objects here, and the error seems to happen somewhere else. So if we actually go in now, instead of maybe like just putting it in like this now, let's get rid of the card component for just a minute and just put it through course the title. And then also this going and console.log here. So what we do now is we just see what exactly we get here. Okay, so we get data here. So what we might want to do is going to say data.courses. Okay, so let's see why this error exactly is happening, because we have set it inside our state here. If we go inside here, you can see that we actually have all the courses. So if we now go in here and look and try to maybe pass it through like this. Okay, so we still get the error, but if we maybe go in here and okay, now it actually seems to work. Oh wait, it didn't actually. So like, I think the issue is actually not any of these. So the issue is actually we need to make sure like we can change this to a template and say v-if courses. So what we just want to make sure is also that we use inside here we might use the fetch method instead to actually call it here. So what we can do is NuxtJS has this fetch method, so we can just go and say async fetch store Okay, so this actually doesn't seem to work. It should be working, so I'm just gonna figure out exactly why this is happening. Maybe I think this is because we actually can do like this, courses, and then say state, and then say state.courses. Alright, so the error is actually a bit different. Like, first of all, what I've done is I'm calling async fetch method, which is a default part of NuxtJS, and then I'm dispatching the courses get in here, and then async, but I forgot to put in await. So if you put in await and then call this and map state as up here, for example, what you will see now, even if you refresh the page, is we get the courses. So what we can do now is we can go in and say card title, course the title, and also let's just see what it says here. And also we also want to, of course, put like an end tag there. And this works. So with that done, what we can do also is we can go, let's say, up here, and inside the card component, maybe instead of having like description like this, let's imagine that we want to reuse this for other purposes and we want to extend this further on. What we could do instead is in here we want to just have a slot. So this allows us to quite literally just go in and say like this, and then we can go in and say paragraph. We can go in and customize this as much as we fancy, and then we can go in and say course.description, and we get the description here. We can go in and add the URL and so on. So like what we can do now is, as we put in here, we put in the URL. So what we want to do here is we want to say end link, and we want to just have learn more, or watch now, maybe like this. And then we want to put in here, we want to have to, which is gonna be to link. So the way we can do that is we can go in and say in here we can have the extra slot here, is we can actually go in and add the link like with the property we have here. So what we can do here is we can essentially first of all go in and create a template, because what we want to make sure is that there's a link existing as well. So if we go in and just say if link, then we just essentially just want to go in here and say link is gonna be course, and then we're gonna have link, and then we're gonna have course at link. And this looks like it doesn't seem to work properly, so let's go in here and debug. And the reason why this doesn't work is because this course slug. So if we now go in here, we have the link is course, of course, so that means that we also want to make sure we go to the right course. So if we go in and look at our pages now, in here we have the course one here, and we might actually make this plural. So let's call this courses, and then we want to essentially go in here and say to, or we actually can just do like this. We can say courses plus link, and then just put it like this. So what we want to see now is we want to essentially just see that it put us to course and all of this. So if you click here now, it will not exist obviously, because what we need to do here is we need to go in here, and this is something we're going to look at in the next video, but just quickly can create something called slug.view, and then just go in here and make a template and quickly print out some random information. So if you now go in here, go back to the home page, click watch, we now have the ability to go in and watch courses here. The last thing I want to do before I end up this part is essentially just gonna add in the container. Actually, we're gonna add this in the container component, and what we want to do here is we just want to have a little bit more topping here. So like we want to go here and say margin left auto, margin right auto, and then we want to say margin top 5 pixels, or maybe 20, like this. And if you go in now and look, we have the opportunity now to go in and watch a course. We can add in a description, and then in the next series we are going to look at 2 potential things. We're going to look at adding in some extra properties to our courses. We're going to add in thumbnail, so we want to have the ability to go in and have a thumbnail on the home page. So if we go in here, we want to see like a nice beautiful thumbnail, and that thumbnail is going to be the thumbnail for like just the course, but we also want to make sure that in our backend inside the databases migrations in the lessons, that we also are gonna add in the opportunity to create a thumbnail for each video. So when you upload a video, you can upload a thumbnail. So that's what we're gonna be looking at the next video. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button if you like this video. And remember that in order to update state, so like if you, for example, create a new component, we can go in and just call this .dispatch function as an example. But that's all for this video, and see you in the next one.